Stop for 5 seconds. Don't scroll, you are next. The door ahead is catching light. If these words found you, the timing is exact. Heaven has its hand on your clock. This isn't an accident, not a random spark in an algorithm. You didn't stumble into this moment. You were guided into it. Every delay, every detour, every hesitation led you here. You are not late. You are right on time. Now breathe with me. In for 4. Hold out for 6 again. Feel that? The pulse that steadies, the whisper under your ribs. That's not anxiety leaving. That's alignment returning. You've been standing in a hallway for too long, haven't you? Doors all around, some locked, some half open, some you were too tired to knock on again. You've been asking, which one is mine? And heaven answers, this one. The one right in front of you, the one glowing softly, waiting for the courage of your reach. Pause, don't rush the reveal. Before this message ends, you will know why you were chosen to hear it. For months, you've been sensing movement behind the curtain of ordinary days, strange timings, near misses, conversations that seemed too precise to be coincidence. You dismissed them as chance. You told yourself, maybe I'm overthinking. You weren't. You were overhearing destiny rehearsing its lines. There's a phrase heaven keeps repeating about you. You are next, not next in line for random luck, next in divine order. What was held back is aligning. What seemed denied was delayed for refinement. You are walking into a space that was built while you thought nothing was happening. Breathe again. In for 4. Hold. Out for 6. Say quietly, I am ready, because readiness isn't a feeling. It's a decision. Look around the room you're in right now. The cup, the chair, the light. Every object is proof that unseen. Plans take time to appear. A chair begins as a tree no one thanked. A light bulb begins as glass melted by invisible fire. Patience is creation's secret. Rhythm. Listen. There's something you need to unlearn before you cross this threshold. You've believed that readiness comes when fear disappears. It doesn't. Readiness arrives when you choose faith despite fear. Fear is the static before the signal. Faith is the hand that tunes the dial. Say it aloud. I choose faith over fear. Yes, right now, let the words rearrange the air, because faith isn't noise, it's frequency. And heaven has been trying to tune you back into it. This is the appointment you didn't know you scheduled. A conversation written before your birth, activated by one decision, to stop scrolling and listen. You didn't click by curiosity. You clicked by calling. You've prayed for confirmation. Here it is. The waiting wasn't punishment. It was preparation. The silence wasn't absence. It was setup. The closed doors weren't rejection. They were redirection. What's ahead of you requires the strength you built surviving what's behind you. Breathe. In for 4. Hold out for 6. Let that truth settle where anxiety used to sit. In the next 33 days, you will see signs. Subtle, not cinematic. A text that feels too on time. A moment when peace shows up in the middle of noise. A delay that ends up saving you from what looked convenient but wasn't for you. Don't worship the signs. Use them as streetlights. Keep walking. I'm lighting your steps one at a time. You're thinking, why now? Why me? Because you've endured long enough to hear without demanding. Proof, because your hands are clean from battles you didn't start. Because you've learned to love without spotlight. Because what's coming next requires someone who can be trusted with both blessing and balance. Stop apologizing for outgrowing what used to fit. Some seasons were only scaffolding meant to build you, not cage you. The friendships that faded, the jobs that collapsed, the plans that dissolved, they weren't failures. They were foundations being cleared for new construction. The door you're about to walk through will not look grand. It will look ordinary. But the ordinary is where heaven hides its greatest work. When you step through, do it quietly, with gratitude. Not fanfare. Miracles love humility. You're not being rewarded for surviving. You're being positioned for purpose. Every tear you buried became a seed. Every disappointment you thought broke you was actually tilling the soil of your calling. Now, the roots are deep enough to carry fruit. This is the part where you might feel something. Warmth, pressure, stillness. Don't rush to name it. Just stay in it. That's alignment, not emotion. That's heaven calibrating your next step. If your heart is racing, slow it down with me. In for 4. Hold out for 6. Yes, right there. That's better. Now whisper, I'm available, because that's the doorway word. Availability. I don't need your perfection. I need your permission. Permission to move through you. Not just for you. Permission to work in ways you won't understand yet. Permission to make peace louder than panic. You've been waiting for a miracle to come to you. What if the miracle has been waiting for you to say yes? In the next 33 days, I am with you. Choose faith over fear. This isn't an idea. It's an invitation. Don't measure your progress by drama. Measure it by peace. Peace is not quietness. It's authority without noise. If these words find you steadying, let peace stay. Don't chase the next video. Don't dilute the moment. Stay close to this voice, not to a channel, but to the word that keeps finding you here. More will come when you're ready to hear it. But for now, breathe once more. In for 4, hold. Out for 6, you are not late. You are not lost. You are exactly where grace can reach you quickest. The door ahead is catching light. When it opens, and it will, step through with both feet, both hands, and one word in your heart. Faith, because this is your turn. It's been your turn, and heaven is saying you are next. Breathe again. In for 4, hold. Out for 6. Let the air carry peace back into the places you forgot to guard. Do you feel that stillness? That's me. That's not emptiness. That's evidence. Every time the noise fades and you sense a calm that doesn't make sense, that's how you know I'm near. Listen closely, because now the whisper begins. I don't shout over storms. I speak through them. I don't compete with chaos. I create calm inside it. You've been waiting for thunder, but my voice often travels like light, fast, quiet, and everywhere at once. You keep asking for a sign. But I've already been speaking through subtler things, a word that echoes twice in the same day, a stranger's kindness that feels too specific, a delay that saves you from a direction that looked easy but wasn't safe. I've been tracing messages across the hours you called. Ordinary, look again. There was nothing ordinary about them. The way you woke up early that morning for no reason. That was me, the way peace sat on. You when you should have been anxious, that was me. The way one phrase in a song hit different. Yes, that was me too. I am not hard to find. I am often hard to notice because you were trained to look for noise, not for nuance. Now quiet your thoughts for a moment. Pause. In for 4, hold. Out for 6. That rhythm is older than language. I wrote it into your lungs. Each inhale says receive. Each exhale says release. What I'm about to show you requires both. You've carried too much. Memories like stones, regrets, like echoes that replay just when you're about to rest. You've been measuring your worth by what stayed instead of what survived. Let that go now. I can't feel hands. That won't open. You prayed for new strength, not realizing that new strength first feels like weakness, because before I build muscle, I expose strain. Before I restore joy, I reveal what joy has to replace. You can't be refilled while still full of yesterday. So tonight, yes, tonight, empty a little. Cry if you need to. Don't call it weakness. Call it making room. Stop, look around your room right now. Notice notice how it touches things without asking permission. That's what my grace does. It doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It simply arrives. You've believed the lie that grace must be earned. That's why you keep performing even when no one's watching. But you were never auditioning for me. You already belong. Grace is not a paycheck. It's oxygen. It keeps coming because I keep breathing. You think your faith is small, but I measure differently. I don't count volume. I count endurance. Even when you prayed and heard nothing, you stayed. That staying, that's faith. That is what moves heaven. Now listen, there is something shifting in you even now. Subtle but real, a loosening, a release. You feel lighter because what was not yours to carry is finally being lifted. Don't reach for it again. Let it go. The next stage of your story will not require what you used to need for survival. Old coping mechanisms, old apologies, old ways of shrinking so others could stay comfortable. Leave them here. You don't fit in the smallness you once built to protect yourself. You've mistaken peace for passivity. It's not. Peace is the discipline of those who trust me to defend what they can't. Peace is the stance of the strong, not the silence of the weak. So when I say, be still, I'm not saying do nothing. I'm saying, stand tall without fear. You're stepping into a season where silence will be strategy. You'll notice I answer you in pauses more than paragraphs, because you've matured enough to hear my intention. Between the words, when I go quiet, I'm not absent. I'm observing your trust. Faith grows best in soil called I don't understand yet. Breathe, don't rush. You are not behind schedule. You keep saying, God, when is my turn? And I keep whispering, when you stop rushing the turn that's already here. This is your turn. It doesn't always look like applause. Sometimes it looks like a door that doesn't creak when it opens. Because it was meant for you, and only you. It doesn't always sound like trumpets. Sometimes it sounds like the gentle click of alignment. Right now, while you're listening, heaven is rearranging things quietly on your behalf. Paperwork that was stalled is being reviewed. Hearts that were hardened are softening. Conversations that seemed impossible are being prepared. Behind closed doors, you can't see it, but you'll feel it soon. The subtle warmth of divine motion, like sunlight on the back of your neck, like wind shifting direction just before rain. You are not waiting for blessing. Blessing is waiting for your readiness. Say it softly. I'm ready for what is mine, not what belongs to anyone else. What fits the shape of your calling. I do not hand out blessings at random. I fit them like clothes, tailored to your soul. That's why comparisons wound you. You're trying to wear someone else's measurement. Stop trying to prove you're enough. You were enough when I imagined you. I do not need your resume. I need your reverence. I do not want your perfection. I want your permission. Give me permission to surprise you. Permission to interrupt your plans with better ones. Permission to let peace interrupt panic. Stop again. You feel that? That spark under your ribs? That's what happens when truth and timing collide. Do not run from it. Let it linger. It's me confirming. You're not imagining this shift. It's real. Now, I want you to do something small but sacred. Place your hand over your heart and whisper, I receive what is for me. Don't shout it. Whisper it, because power doesn't always need volume. Heaven hears whispers louder than fear. You've said I'm fine so many times that even your soul started to believe it. But tonight, I'm peeling that sentence off of you. You are not fine. You are becoming steady, becoming clear, becoming who you were before the world taught you to rush. And I am here for all of it, the trembling, the almosts, the tired hope that still won't die. In the next 33 days, I am with you. Choose faith over fear, not just as a phrase, but as posture. Faith when the inbox is silent. Faith when the phone doesn't ring. Faith when the opportunity passes and you can't understand why. Faith when you wake up unsure if you can try again. That's when I'm closest, because proximity isn't always felt. Sometimes it's proven by endurance. You've asked me to show up, but beloved, I never left. You just looked for me in noise, while I waited in quiet. So quiet your heart. You're about to hear the whisper that changes everything. It won't sound like thunder. It will sound like recognition, like something inside you saying, finally, this is what alignment feels. Like this is what you are next sounds like in spirit. I've already gone ahead of you. 2 messengers are setting paths you couldn't have built. They are arranging introductions, clearing obstacles, speaking your name in rooms you haven't entered. You don't need to push, you need to prepare. Preparation looks like peace. Peace looks like trust. Trust looks like staying steady while the invisible becomes visible. Pause right here. If this word already speaks to your spirit, stay close, not to a video, to the message heaven is unfolding through it. When you subscribe to what is divine, You stay in rhythm with what is coming next. That's your subtle invitation. Stay tuned to peace. Stay near the word. Stay reachable by light. Because when I move, I don't send warnings. I send whispers, and I'm whispering. Now, you will soon notice that what used to stress you now slides off like water from stone. People who drained. You will lose access naturally. Rooms that once intimidated. You will feel smaller. That's not arrogance. That's awareness. That's the mark of growth, when peace replaces panic without announcement. Let others chase spotlight. You chase alignment. The spotlight burns. Alignment glows. The spotlight fades. Alignment endures. You've confused being seen with being. Sent. Being sent requires substance. Substance comes from silence. Silence is where I shape you for stages you haven't dreamed of yet. Now breathe again. In for 4, hold. Out for 6. You will start noticing numbers. Maybe 111, maybe 333, maybe the quiet repetition of 33 days. Don't idolize them. Interpret them. They are reminders that time is not random. It's rhythmic. Every number has been singing the same refrain. You are next, and you will start seeing evidence of favor in unlikely places. Message returned, a door reopened, a debt forgiven, a word. Remember, these are not coincidences. They are the confirmations. Write them down. Name them. Gratitude. Gratitude anchors memory when storms try to rewrite the story. I want you to understand something deeply. Faith is not waiting for evidence. Faith is recognizing evidence that already arrived. You've been walking on answered prayers disguised as ordinary days. Lift your head. You are not forgotten. You are featured in heaven's current agenda. When I look at you, I don't see delay. I see preparation. I see a lamp trimmed and ready for light. I see someone who has stopped performing and started trusting. I see someone whose pain turned into precision. This is what it means to be next, to be ready without rushing, available without anxiety, faithful without fanfare. In the next 33 days, you will walk through doors you didn't even knock on, not because you earned them, but because they recognize you. Grace has facial recognition. It knows your features. When it finds you, and it's already on the way, it won't ask for credentials. It will say, I've been looking for you. That's how destiny greets those who wait with peace. So breathe one more time. In for 4. Hold. Out for 6. Don't rush this. The whisper in the light is still speaking. Stay soft. Stay open. Stay reachable. And if peace just settled somewhere in your body, chest, head's eyes, that's your confirmation. Heaven is active. Heaven is near. Heaven is whispering. You are next. Stay close. The next door is already catching light. You keep asking, why me? Why did this message find me? Why do these words feel like they were written with my name? Because I saw the way you carried small loyalties when no one watched. Because I know the shape of your scars and how they can become windows others look through without breaking. Because I fit lives to needs. This is not favoritism, it is wisdom. You were chosen because your patience built foundations while others were chasing spotlights. You were chosen because you forgave in secret. You were chosen because you kept walking even when the road blurred with tears. You were chosen because faith became your reflex, not your performance. Some people pray for power. You prayed for peace. Some seek platforms. You sought presence. That difference changes everything. It's why heaven trusts you now. Do not confuse this. Calling with comfort. Calling rarely feels comfortable. At first, it stretches the heart until it can hold both joy and responsibility without tearing. I am stretching you now, not to hurt you, but to make you large enough to carry what's next. Breathe, in for 4, hold, out for 6. Peace is still your pace. There are assignments waiting that match your voice. Your wounds, your wisdom. You will recognize them not by glamour but by resonance. You will feel peace, not pressure. You will feel a quiet yes, not the need to prove anything. That is how my will sounds. Steady, never desperate. The world measures success by noise. I measure it by fruit. Fruit grows slowly. It grows in soil turned by storms and watered by tears. You've been through both. and still your roots hold. That's why you are next. I know the nights you prayed while everyone else slept. Know the mornings you showed up when motivation didn't. I know the times you encouraged others while you were empty. Nothing unseen is wasted with me. Look at your hands. They may not hold everything you hoped for yet, but they are not empty. They carry evidence of endurance, traces of grace that didn't let go. That's where I start. What's left, not what's lost. When you see someone rise, do not shrink. Their rise is not your rejection. Their blessing is not your delay. I run multiple clocks at once, and everyone strikes right on time. Yours is chiming even now. Do not envy. Celebrate. Envy shrinks the room. Celebration expands it until more people can breathe. When you bless another's success, you build your own future's foundation. Your heart learns to hold abundance without breaking. Faithfulness threads through. Time like a root that holds the hill when storms pry at the trees. You've been that root, and the hill you held is about to bloom again. Some sow now, others harvest later. Sowers are not less than harvesters, and harvesters are not greater than sowers. The field knows each hand and sings differently under each touch. Every act of love keeps time with eternity. The unseen builders of the world, the nurse who steadies trembling arms at 3 a.m., the teacher who calls the quiet child by name, the friend who refuses to repeat a rumor, the neighbor who notices when the light stays off too. Long these are the architects of mercy. You are one of them. Heaven counts differently. You have lived many seasons wondering if I forgot. I never did. I was watching the small choices, the small obediences, the small sacrifices that built your strength. Every quiet yes became a stone in the bridge that leads you here. Now that bridge stands ready. You are about to cross. Yet what's on the other side is not just blessing, it's purpose revealed. You will not only receive, you will restore. Some will not understand your sudden favor. Do not waste words defending it. Those who questioned your delay will witness your acceleration. It will not be payback. It will be proof that persistence is holy, proof that time is not the enemy when faith holds the clock. You've compared yourself long enough. Comparison is a thief with soft hands. It steals peace before you notice. Refuse to let it touch you again. When others are lifted, bless them. Your blessing becomes seed, and every seed has a return. I will send you openings disguised as interruptions, a schedule shift, a delay, a stranger's question. Ask 2 things at each threshold. Does this align with the calling I planted in me? Can I serve here without breaking integrity? If yes, step through. If no, bless and release. Not every need is your assignment. Your compassion is large. Your calendar is not. Learn the sacred art of not mine. It protects the work that truly is. Speak less about your plan and more about what I am doing. Tell stories of mercy, not mastery. People recognize authenticity. The way a hungry traveler recognizes bread. Your truth will feed many if you keep it gentle. Guard your tongue. Bless more than you explain. Silence can be strength when it protects dignity, but silence should never replace courage. When it's time to speak, speak with clean sentences and healing aim. If you can't heal, at least don't harm. Comparison will visit again. It always does. Meet it with gratitude. Thank it for reminding you of how far you've come, then send it away. Your time has its sacred pacing. You are not withheld. You are being built. Of faithfulness is never wasted. Every unseen act of obedience compounds into favor. Every hidden kindness becomes currency in the economy of grace. And grace pays with interest. Your name has been spoken in rooms you've never entered. Your story has been mentioned in prayers you didn't hear. Heaven is introducing you where your resume never reached. When you arrive humble. Excellence will draw eyes. Humility will keep them kind. Let your voice carry gentleness, not performance. Remember where you came from, who prayed for you, who held the door open when no one saw. Honor them silently. Gratitude needs no announcement. There will be critics. Receive good counsel. Ignore mockery. Invite mentors who tell truth without enjoying your pain. Keep friends who pray before they advise. Let even your detractors sharpen your humility, but never let them rent space in your mind. When offense comes, pause. Curiosity before anger. Ask, what am I meant to learn here? Curiosity keeps you teachable. Anger makes you deaf. The next part of your journey requires ears tuned to peace, not pride. When you feel envy stirring, bless the one who triggered it. Pray for their protection and fruit. Blessing stretches the heart until it stops tearing. When others are praised, that's how you grow without bitterness. Keep sowing in small. Faithful rouse, do not despise the day of quiet labor. The field remembers. Every small seed is counted. The rain is already scheduled. Stop digging up what you planted to see if it's growing. Trust the soil. Trust the timing. At thresholds, pause. Whisper, peace to this room. Enter slowly at your desk. Before your hands touch keys, say, let truth serve love here. At your bed. Before you sleep, breathe in for 4, hold, and for 6. Tell your body the truth. We are safe. God is near. Integrity will anchor you when crosswinds come. Promise small enough to keep and strong enough to matter. Consistency is quiet courage. If you miss a day, return. Grace wastes no time on shame's speeches. It puts the brick back in your hand. When your courage thins, borrow mine. Whisper, in the next 33 days, I am with you. Choose faith over fear. Let the words echo until fear has no room left to sit. You are not negotiating with heaven. You are aligning with it. I am not distant. I am not busy. I am here. Building through your ordinary moments. Lift your eyes. The door ahead is catching light again. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are being called forward. When it opens, walk through softly, steadily, with one word sealed inside you. Faith. You are next. You have always been next. And now, it's time to step into what was written with your name. Do not mistake motion for meaning, nor applause for authority. The world will tell you to run faster, to climb higher, to collect moments that look like success. But heaven measures differently. I do not reward frenzy. I honor fidelity, the quiet, deliberate, repeatable faithfulness that holds shape when no one is watching. When the noise of ambition surrounds you, ask yourself one question. Did I love well today? If you loved well, you moved at the speed of grace. If you carried peace into a restless room, you walked in rhythm with my spirit. If you told truth without weaponizing it, you mirrored my character more than 1,000 declarations could. Write this on the walls of your thoughts. Fidelity first, not frenzy. You have believed that rest is luxury. It is not. Rest is rhythm. It is sacred mathematics, the alignment between breath and belief. Rest says, I trust that what I've sown will not vanish while I sleep. Even the soil rests between seasons. Even the tide returns after retreating. You must learn that stillness is strength disguised. Keep a record, not of victories, but of mercies. At the end of each day, write one line. What you noticed, what you learned, what you let go. Ink becomes anchor. Memory fades under pressure. But written grace remains. When storms whisper, you imagined all of it. Your own handwriting will stand witness. Guard your body. It is not a problem to be fixed. It is a gift to be stewarded. Rest is not laziness. It is alignment. Eat what nourishes your purpose, not just your hunger. Walk outside until your eyes remember distance. Stretch your hands toward the light, not toward the screen. You cannot pour endlessly from a cracked vessel. Make mending part of your ministry. When opposition rises, do not let it sculpt your heart into stone. Opposition is not punishment. It is proof that you are carrying light. Darkness always resists. Revelation. Fear will whisper that you are unprepared. Malice will disguise itself as wisdom. Misunderstanding will twist your meaning until you doubt your own voice. Do not hand them the keys to your peace. Say it softly. Even now, I will not surrender my peace for anyone's approval. That is not pride. That is protection. Your no is a stewardship of your yes. Each time you refuse an assignment I did not sign, you free energy for what truly matters. Recount lessons, not losses. You have learned more than you realize. You learned that worth is not negotiable in unhealthy rooms. You learned that you can end a conversation without ending. Kindness. You learned that silence can defend dignity. These are not minor victories. They are miracles of maturity. Keep your gaze on the ones who breathe easier when you enter the room. They are evidence that your presence carries medicine. You do not need universal approval to walk in. Purpose? Purpose is not popularity. Purpose is precision, doing what I asked even when no one claps. Joy will meet you again quietly, without fanfare, not as a prize, but as a presence. Joy is not a receipt for good behavior. It is a seal of favor. You will find it in sunlight on your table, in a child's laughter, in a scent that recalls safety. Joy does not mean pain is gone. It means pain no longer governs you. Let joy tutor you in gratitude. Gratitude slows the pulse of worry. Gratitude turns ordinary air into holy atmosphere. Say, thank you for small things. Thank you for the lamp that still works. The friend who texted first. The fact that you can exhale without help. Every thank you rearranges the architecture of the heart. I will give you a seal for this season, a phrase that keeps returning, a color that comforts you, a symbol that reminds you you're not forgotten. Do not dismiss it because it seems simple. Simplicity is how I hide what is sacred. Place that seal where your eyes will meet it often. When confusion rises, touch it and remember, the river of my love does not reverse. You have misunderstood community. You thought independence was maturity, but I never designed you to carry everything alone. Gifts are distributed so dependence becomes divine, not degrading. The eye needs the hand, the mouth needs the foot, the strong need the gentle. Ask for help without apology. Receive help without shame. You are not a burden. You are part of a body. Give freely, receive freely. Both are disciplines. When you give, do it like passing water to a runner mid-race, quick, glad, uncomplicated. When you receive, do it like someone who trusts the gift was always meant for them. The kingdom is not a marketplace of favors. It is a household of generosity. Do not confuse visibility with value. 1,000 quiet acts hold up one visible success. The janitor who turns a key at dawn, the friend who prays without posting, the daughter who forgives a parent, who never says sorry. These are the beams that hold the house. I see every nail. Honor the limits that make you human. They are not flaws. They are frames. Time and attention are holy gates. Close the gate when it's dark. Rest. Let boredom remind you of wonder. Let silence stretch your imagination back into shape. If you do not rest, you will mistake exhaustion for destiny. Wonder is not escape. It is clarity. Look at the moon and remember that your problem is real but not sovereign. Look at the trees. They keep growing without rushing. Learn from them. When praise comes, do not inhale it as fuel. Compliments are weather. Let them pass through. When criticism comes, do not drink it like poison. Let discernment filter it. Take what teaches. Release what wounds. You do not need to explain your obedience. You only need to live it. Tell stories of mercy, not mastery. People trust humility when you speak from the healed part, not the hurt part. Hearts open. Speak like bread, simple, nourishing, sustaining. Ask the two questions that clarify almost everything. Does this align with the calling I planted in me? Can I serve here without breaking integrity? If the answer is no, bless and release. If the answer is yes, step through fully. Half measures multiply anxiety. Wholeheartedness gathers strength. Some will misread your silence as weakness. Others will call your peace indifference. Do not defend yourself. Peace explains itself over time. The fruit will testify. Keep sowing even when the soil looks stubborn. The Rain is already written into the weather. Growth does not ask for your permission. It simply happens where faith keeps watering. When fear comes, and it will, invite it to sit quietly, but not to speak. Courage is fear that learned to breathe through truth. Say it now. I choose faith over fear. Let your lungs learn the sound of victory without shouting. If you forget, return to breath. In for 4, hold. Out for 6. This is how heaven speaks to the body. Do not be afraid of slowness. Speed often hides insecurity. Pace reveals trust. You are moving exactly as fast as grace intends. When your strength runs low, remember this: peace is a weapon too. It disarms chaos without violence. It silences storms without shouting. Peace is not the absence of battle. It is mastery within it. You are not falling behind. You are being refined. You are not invisible. You are incubating. You are not forgotten. You are focused, and focus always precedes favor. Lift your head. Your season is not slipping away. It is forming shape around you. The next door is already catching light again. Do not run toward it with panic. Walk toward it with peace. You are not racing time. Time is racing to meet you, and when it does, it will recognize you by the rhythm of your calm. In the next 33 days, I am with you. Choose faith over fear. Choose patience over panic. Choose peace. Even when pressure performs around you, peace is not passive. It is powerful. Carry it like armor. Wear it like light. You are learning the weight of peace now, and soon you will use it to hold the world steady. Wait on purpose, not by accident. Waiting is not the empty hallway between real rooms. It is a workshop with the lights on. Every pause you dread is a classroom. Heaven built just for you. If you call waiting nothing, you will miss the assignments shaping everything. If you call waiting punishment, you will waste the very moment I designed to make you strong. Call waiting by its real name. Formation. Breathe in for 4. Hold. Out for 6. Tell your body the truth. We are not stuck. We are being shaped. Stillness is not idleness. Stillness is the sound of roots growing. When nothing looks like it's happening, the most sacred changes are happening beneath the surface. You cannot rush what I am building in you. I do not measure by minutes. I measure by maturity. Use this in-between wisely. Let your thoughts slow down enough to notice mercy. Let your heart soften enough to receive instruction. You prayed for strength, but strength grows in still places. You prayed for clarity, but clarity comes in quiet. You prayed for answers, but answers arrive disguised as patience. Do not call this season small. The hidden work is holy. Every unnoticed day is a rehearsal for faith. Every silent prayer is a brick in the bridge toward what's next. When you can love me without movement, you have learned the secret of peace. Guard your inputs. Not every voice deserves a seat at your table. Some people speak from fear, not from faith. Their noise will drain your direction. Choose conversations that water your hope. Choose music that slows your breath. Instead of speeding your pulse, feed your imagination with stories that remind you goodness still wins. What you listen to while you wait becomes who you become when you move. Keep 3 sentences nearby. I don't know yet. I won't be able to do that. Let me think and pray before I answer. These are guardrails, not excuses. They protect your time from panic's agenda. They remind you that wisdom has rhythm. The world worships speed, but I sanctify slowness. The seed that rushes never roots, and what roots shallow withers fast. You are not being denied. You are being deepened. Stillness will sometimes feel heavy. It will test your patience and expose your inner noise. Let it. The heart that can rest without distraction can hear me clearly. When silence feels unbearable, whisper my name instead of filling the void with worry. Whisper Jesus until peace answers back. Forgive often in this season. Unforgiveness is expensive to keep. It leaks energy through every crack. Forgiveness is not approval of wrong. It is the release of poison. You cannot hold resentment and revelation at the same time. Let go of debts that keep your spirit in arrears. Forgive, because peace is too valuable to trade for bitterness. Keep your hands open. When you close them around control, you strangle possibility open. Hands are easier to bless. Give when fear says, save, share. When logic says, store. Generosity in a waiting season multiplies joy later. Every act of giving keeps your heart flexible for new grace. Be honest with your fatigue. You are not weak for feeling weary. Even mountains erode, but they still stand. Tell me when you're tired, and I will meet you in rest, not in reprimand. You do not have to earn my attention. You already have it. Keep tending the small things. Fold the shirt, answer the message, say thank you. Clean the table. Faith is built in daily repetitions, not rare revelations. Consistency is your quiet worship. Let gratitude anchor your waiting. Name what is still good. The roof that keeps you dry. The meal that was enough. The laughter that returned for a moment. Gratitude does not erase longing. It keeps longing from becoming despair. It teaches your eyes to see what your prayers built. While you weren't looking, do not compare. Seasons, someone else's bloom, does not mean your roots have failed. Some flowers take longer to open because their fragrance must last longer. Trust my timing. It is kinder than you. Think when envy whispers, answer it with blessing. Bless the one who triggered your jealousy. Pray for their safety and success. This is not self-erasure. It is surgery. Blessing stretches your heart until it can hold more joy without tearing. The room of your spirit grows when you celebrate others. You have asked for purpose, and I am giving it shape quietly. Purpose is not a spotlight. It is an alignment. It begins when you stop striving to be significant and start serving from love. Purpose is not discovered. It is revealed when obedience becomes your daily language. Make peace your default posture. Let your responses be slower, your words gentler, your boundaries clearer. Peace is not apathy. Peace is authority that refuses to panic. When you speak peace into tension, you borrow heaven's tone. That tone changes atmospheres faster than arguments do. Keep a rhythm of breath, rest, and reflection. Breath resets the mind. Rest restores the body. Reflection refines the soul. Without rhythm, purpose becomes pressure. With rhythm, even the weight becomes worship. Say it softly. In the next 33 days, I'm with you. Choose faith over fear. Let it echo like a heartbeat. Each repetition rewires the nerves that learn to expect disappointment. Faith is muscle memory. Keep it moving. I am using your stillness as signal. Others will feel peace near you and not know why. Your calm will preach louder than your words. That's how light travels. Quietly, completely through cracks it finds. When opportunities appear, do not sprint. Walk in discernment. Ask the two questions that always clarify. Does this align with the calling I planted in me? Can I serve here without breaking integrity? If both are yes, go with both feet. If either is no, step back with gratitude. Obedience is sometimes exit, not entry. When you do not see results, trust the rhythm anyway. Growth in silence still counts. The field does not shout while it grows. It simply receives rain. Receive what I send. Light, correction, rest. Promise, everything you need for the next door is already growing in this room. This is the work of the wait, to keep your lamp burning even when the night stretches long, to believe that dawn is not delayed. It is preparing, to hold hope steady like a candle cupped from the wind. Breathe again, in for 4. Hold out for 6. You are not waiting for me. You are waiting with me. The distinction changes everything. You are not forgotten in the hall between doors. You are escorted, and when the door opens, you will recognize it not by surprise, but by peace. You are next, not when the world notices, but when the heart finally rests. This is how destiny arrives, quietly, through those who learn to wait wholly. Lift your eyes. The air is shifting again. Do you feel it? That subtle awareness, like the stillness before rain, like a key turning quietly in a lock. The wait is ending, not because you forced it, but because timing has found you. You are standing at the edge of release. Every prayer, every silence, every weary sunrise has gathered into this moment. It's not a reward. It's recognition. Heaven recognizes readiness. Take one breath in for 4. Hold out for 6. The wind is changing directions, and this time it carries your name. Do not rush, do not reach in panic, walk peaceful. Steps open doors that strength cannot. I have already gone before you. The hinges that resisted before will yield easily now. The key was never force. It was faith. Say softly, I am ready, because readiness is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move anyway, and this is your move. The door ahead glows like dawn. What you hear now is not a suggestion. It is a summons. The invitation that once whispered is now calling by name. You do not need to understand the whole path. You only need to take the next right step. I am already on the other side, preparing the air for your arrival. You have been refined by delay, stretched by stillness, tested by silence. Now the same stillness that trained you will stabilize you as things begin to move. Speed without peace is chaos. Peace in motion is purpose. You will not be swept away by the pace if you remember the rhythm. In for 4. Hold. Out for 6. Some will ask how it happened so suddenly. They will see doors swing open and assume it was luck. But you will know the miracle was not the moment. It was the molding. The waiting shaped the vessel. The filling is simply evidence. Do not announce everything. Some blessings grow best in quiet soil. Guard the sacred until it matures enough to stand on its own. Revelation given too early becomes confusion. Keep what I whisper close until I tell you to speak. Your confidence will feel different now. Lighter, calmer, certain without noise. That's because it's no longer built on circumstance. It's anchored in me. The shaking you feared cannot move what I've secured. You will stand in places that used to scare you and wonder why you ever trembled. That's transformation, not arrogance. You will notice this. The same voices that doubted you will ask for guidance. Do not respond with pride. Respond with patience. Teach gently. Give freely. Remember what confusion feels like. You were once there. When favor comes, wear it like a garment, not armor. Garments display grace. Armor hides wounds. You have nothing left to prove. Every scar that remains is holy testimony that pain did not prevail. Look at your hands again. They've carried weight and wonder. They've released what you couldn't stay and held what was meant to grow. Those same hands will build something lasting, something that carries light further than you ever thought possible. If fear tries to return, give it a seat, but not the microphone. Let it watch faith work. Courage is fear disciplined by truth, and the truth is simple. I am with you. When critics appear, remember this. Not every opinion requires a defense. Respond only where love can land. Silence is often the loudest obedience. Walk away from the noise, and peace will follow like a loyal friend. This new season will not demand perfection. It will demand presence. Be fully where you are. The world moves fast, but heaven moves deep. Depth outlasts speed every time, every task. Every conversation, every breath can be sacred. If done aware of me, you will carry peace into meetings and rooms that have never known it. Your calm will confuse chaos. People will feel something change in the atmosphere. When you speak softly, they won't call it ministry, but it is. That's how heaven hides its work, in human tone, in kindness that doesn't ask for credit. Remember the seal of this season, the phrase, the symbol, the color. It was never random. It will remind you when things get loud again. Touch it, whisper it, let it anchor you. The seal is not superstition. It is story. It tells you that the same grace that met you in silence will guide you in motion. When gratitude feels small, make it detailed. Thank me for the sound of morning traffic that proves you still have purpose. Thank me for the meal you can taste, for the message that met you. for the hand that steadies yours. Specific gratitude is strength, disguised as softness. Do not let familiarity dull your wonder. Miracles are everywhere, just quieter now because you've grown. Once, you needed signs to believe. Now you believe and see signs follow. That's maturity. Breathe again. In for 4. Hold her out for 6. This is not a finish line. It's a doorway, and every doorway leads to another chapter of trust. Say it with me. In the next 33 days, I am with you. Choose faith over fear. Do not say it as repetition. Say it as renewal. Every time those words leave your lips, they rewrite what fear tried to record. Faith is not the absence of questions. It's the decision to stay anyway. Now go slowly through this door. Carry what you've learned. Rest before reaction. Peace before performance. Grace before grind. And when you step through, do not look back to check if the door closed. It will. Some doors close because you've outgrown the room. On the other side, new assignments wait quietly. People you haven't met yet are praying for the very peace you carry. You are not walking into achievement. You are walking into service. Do not worry. About being ready, you already are. Lift your eyes. The horizon is wider now. Your breath has found its rhythm again. Your soul has remembered how to listen. The same voice that met you in stillness now sends you forward in strength. If doubt whispers, answer softly, peace is my proof. If fatigue returns, answer gently, grace still works. If joy overwhelms you, don't apologize, receive it. Joy is the echo of trust fulfilled. Now, before you go, bless your space, bless the walls that heard your prayers. Bless the floor that caught your tears. Bless the door that stayed closed until the right hour. Everything that seemed delayed was loyal to your timing. Close your eyes for one last breath. In for 4, hold. Out for 6, the door of now stands open. Walk through it, not in haste, but in holy confidence. You are not stepping away from what was. You are stepping fully into who you are. You are next. You are ready. You are loved. And I am with you, in light, in stillness, in every breath that follows this one.